right, folks, welcome back here. We're just about to get into our first game here, and thanks for sticking with us on Play CEVO on MLG TV here. I'm Gecks, and this guy with me, casting, is Mr. LATORR. Still doing good over here. Still doing good. Heading to our first pistol.
Doing well, yeah. Existence, not the team that chose this map, and as such, they are going to get their side selection. They chose CT. Seems like the right decision to make. But HellRaisers are going to be trying to bust their way into the A bomb site, and so far so good for the hold, courtesy of Flippin.
Yeah, he's able to pick up that first headshot, and a few players over on HellRaisers have already taken a good bit of damage as they're going to have to back themselves off now, try and reposition as they start to head over to this A site here, so we'll see what they decide to do with it on this round here. It looks like they're about to come straight through main here. Doja is going to be starting off the push as they try to gain entrance into this site. There is one playing on the backside there, and he will, Musa and Bonnie actually able to pick up one. Doja will strike right back with one, but Suck It Ron will pick up a frag as well. So it's a 2-on-4 as Doja trying to get this bomb down into the site, at least get the plant money, which he will be able to do. So the bomb goes down, eats a nade though, and now he's stuck inside of the site. But Kucher able to pick up a big deagle headshot, but the last two frags coming through from Existence, just too many players up as they roll in for this defuse here, pick up the pistol round, and lead it 1-0.
Yeah, HellRaisers actually did a surprisingly good job of kind of bringing that round back. Things were not going too hot for them at all at the B bomb site. As you said, took a ton of damage, lost a man in the process, and still they were able to cycle it back and get a bomb plant at the end of the round. So, all in all, pretty impressive stuff. It could have gone really terribly for them, and Kucher, the entire round, was in a really important spot. He was in mid, waiting on a smoke, could have flanked highway at one point. It would have been a really slick move, and even when he realized that didn't work, he was creeping up on A main. He did end up getting a kill for his trouble, but he just didn't have the HP. He got lit down too early and just didn't have the HP to properly flank and lurk like he needed to. And perhaps with a little more HP, maybe making a little gutsy play on mid and being able to split Cat and highway with his team, maybe would have had some better success, but obviously, I'm sure he wanted more HP.
Yeah, I would have been able to help him
more HP.
Yeah. That definitely help out a little bit. But regardless, Existence does pick up that first round there. So it looks like HellRaisers coming through with a full buy on Tech 9 head armor here, as they did get some extra money, so they'll go in and buy that as well. But so far, not really too much action on this round. Everybody just kind of hanging out for the time being. Not even really necessarily decisive on where they're going to be heading as far as a bomb site either for HellRaisers. They have the bomb, I guess, over at B now. All the rotates are starting to head over this way, so we should be seeing a push here soon. We only have about 35 seconds. Molly's coming on the site as well as flashes, and actually we have Flippin who's stuck on this headshot side. He's able to pick up 2 frags before falling, and Kyrie was able to take down Mao as well. Adren got Flippin as he was back there, but we have Kyrie sitting in that spawn side, able to get the last 2 frags as they come through onto the site, shutting down that push, as you would expect, and picking up yet another round here for Existence, looking at 2-0.
Yeah, a really clean round where they kind of had a weird buy going into it. They had a split between some SMGs and some rifles, a FAMAS and an M4 for the riflers, and Mason and I think Flippin had the UMP as well. So yep. Kyrie actually choosing not to buy a gun. Interesting pick. I'm sure he's just gonna be using that to stockpile as much cash as he can early, trusting his team to get it done with the SMGs in their hand. Knowing that HellRaisers got the bomb down early and they could have forced up AKs on this round, right? Clearly they're not. I'm surprised that Existence chose such an SMG and pistol heavy buy, and they didn't lean into rifles right off the bat, but so far, it worked out for them, so obviously can't be too upset by it. And Flippin pushing through B, getting tons of information for his team and a frag to boot. Let's see what else he can do here.
And they've already picked up 3 on this round here. Existence has, excuse me. It's only Dren and Doja left alive. They're both over by A main. Flash comes through. We'll see if they can pinch him here. They got him in a bit of a sandwich there. Adren takes him down. Nice headshot from Adren as he turns around to take down Flippin. And Doja getting one as well here as they're trying to get into this A site, though. Kyrie strikes back, taking down Doja, and that will actually be the bomb down right inside of the site here. So Adren's going to have to pull some magic, but it's not going to happen. A good attempt from HellRaisers there, but just couldn't quite capitalize and close out that round. So that will give Existence a 3-0 lead here as we head into our first gun round. We'll see if HellRaisers can get a little bit of momentum going here and grab a round and get themselves back in this one here, because if they don't win this round, they will be hurting for money once again. So need to come out strong here off the start of this one.
Definitely hurting. And as we said, Kyrie stockpiling cash early, turning that pile of cash into an op. Let's see if he could pick up some frags with it. That A main engagement was actually really cool. Dren picking up 2 huge P250 frags, but because he was so blind, was able to get so much work done. The assaulting players didn't even know Doja was on the other side. Super blind, just, ineffective while he was blind, but they just didn't even look in that direction because they were just so focused on Adren. It allowed them to make kind of something out of that round that it should have been a nothing round. So, wasn't a round win, but good on them for taking rifles out of the CT hands. Looks like right now we're going 1-for-1 trades across the board. Now a 4-on-4 as Mason takes on a second one.
Ooh. That'll be 3-on-3 as they head in a sight. Great! Wallbang there from Doja through that squeaky door. Now it's a 3-on-2 as they get themselves into this A site. They're just about to put that bomb down, but Kyrie working with the op does take down Doja, trying to peek this corner, but misses the shot. Mao able to take him down, and Kucher sitting over by Highway finishes off flipping. So there is a round finally on the board for HellRaisers, looking at 3-1 as they win that gun round. Now going to be able to build up their economy just a little bit and slowly work themselves back into this one here. And it looks like Existence, now they are going to get that buy up there. Suck It Ron's going to be on the op, and a couple other rifles coming through here. So we'll see if HellRaisers can keep those rounds coming through here.
Yeah, this is another interesting buy from Existence. Last time their slightly awkward buy paid off big time. It earned them a lot of cash for the last round. Even with those guns, they weren't able to pull it out. But this round, we're seeing another double rifle setup. They actually do have the op on us. Suck It Ron, I guess, if that's what we're going with. If we have to say that out loud. The 2 pistols on Flippin' and Moose and Bounty are kind of a risky play, but if they can use those pistols effectively, use those players to force the engagement, and then draw the HellRaisers players into a trap with the rifles that they might not even be expecting, this could be a really effective round. It's really just going to have to be all down to the early engagements. And man, having that op get 1 AK'd right off the bat, I didn't even wasn't looking at it, but I just heard it. It was just that one click. You could tell. But Moose and Bounty is going to be able to recover that op, so it's not like everything is lost, but that is a man disadvantage that Existence does not want.
Oh, that was a great shot there. He was sitting boosted up in mid and just peeked up over the top, and the 1 AK popped him. So that's a good way to start off the round if you're HellRaisers, but looks like they have a few players leaning over towards this B side here. They do have that 1 player advantage, as Later was saying, but it looks like the B push should be coming through here in just a second. Nades coming through. Kucher able to get 1 on the entry frag. Kyrie grabbed 1 as well, but Existence holding them off well here on this site. It's a 3-on-2. They're still lurking inside of the site. Doja taking down Flippin', and now we're looking at a 2 versus 2 here inside of the site. Kyrie still with that op, who's now sitting up in heaven, and Mason is going to be coming to his aid as they're both sitting up in heaven right now, actually looking at different angles. Doja in on the site, but a good crossfire setup there from Angel and Doja. So now a 1 versus 2. Kyrie just getting shut down inside of the site, and yeah, I don't think he's going to be able to get himself out of there. No, good setup, good hold from HellRaisers once they got into that bomb site, getting another round back here. That's 2 in a row for them, looking at a 3-2 scoreline now. Existence still with that 1-round lead.
Yeah, Dren clearly happy with his own handiwork there. Not even sure what gun was the opposing player had when he hit that really slick 1 AK, but Existence unable to right themselves and avoid HellRaisers being allowed to chain together rounds, so they are going to be on a save themselves. Not really feeling that aggressive push that Mason had there out from the upper. They threw a flash and then waited like 4 seconds after that and then decided to do that aggressive push. I'm a little, whoa, Doja, you just put your back against the player. Who is that? Kyrie. Does Kyrie even know?
Oh my.
Yeah, here's the door now.
What? Oh my goodness. Oh, that was crazy. Oh my goodness. They just had no idea each other were there. Doja comes through and it opens that squeaky, and finally Kyrie realized it, but they're just sitting there. Oh my goodness, that was a crazy exchange of events there. Kucher able to pick up 1 as well. So now we're looking at an even playing field of 4-on-4, but they still are at a quite disadvantage with guns. But Kyrie was able to pick up that AK that he grabbed and picks up another frag as well into Angel over by A main, but Mao coming through and popping the head off of Musambani. So now it is a 3 versus 3. They are going to be moving towards that B site. It looks like they are in there. Right now, Mao is actually lurking behind, but the off gets dinked hard with only 19 health left now, and 1 sitting on top of site. That'll be Kyrie, and gets taken out by Kucher. And Suck gets one as well onto a Dren, but a nice headshot coming through from Mason, making it a 1 versus 2 that Kucher has to try and fight off now. Luckily, he does have that bomb down to help him out. Able to pick up one now, looking at a 1 versus 1, but Mason has an AWP in hand. He's going to have to hit a huge shot right here as he comes around the corner. Finally hits the shot. Great job from Existence, but he doesn't have a kit, and he's going to have to run away as he's not going to have enough time to defuse that bomb, so he gets himself out of there, saves that AWP, and well, Kucher able to hold it off for long enough, and will give HellRaisers another round here as we are looking at a 3-3 game now.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to imagine at least one of the Existence players a little bummed out that they didn't have a kit there, but hindsight is 2020. I'm sure when they started that round, they did not think it was going to get worked down to such a tight one-on-one there.
Yeah.
Really interesting player from Existence. They seem to, well, that round, I mean, I can think of like 3 different instances where a C2 was able to just shoot a terrorist in the back or side of the head, just an unsuspecting terrorist. It's actually, well, they kind of worked against him in that round when Dren and Doja were trapped in A main. There's been a lot of engagements where players are shooting at other unsuspecting players. And it's really just, I think, a show of smart positioning. Or just a good mix-up of positioning where, these players are never sure where they're being engaged from, and so they position themselves to give them what they think is going to be an advantage. So far, Kyrie going 1-for-1 with this AWP in his hands. He knows there's a guy potentially pushing behind him. He knows he's getting pinched. Man, that flash is going to do him in. Oh, he team flashed himself.
Oh, my goodness.
Doja.
Oh, man, neither of them could see a thing, and Doja not able to pick up on that frag. It was easy. It was an easy one for the taking, but just those team flashes coming through, not helping the cause. So now we're looking
team
at
flash, but I think it was actually a self flash.
Oh, self flash. Okay, well,
as far as I'm concerned, any friendly flashing is a team flash.
Yeah. No, it was unfortunate chain of event there for Doja. Definitely had an easy opportunity for a pick, but regardless, we're looking at a 4-on-4 here. Only 35 seconds here. As you can see, Suck in mid. He is able to take down Kucher, so that'll be a 4-on-3. Looks like another A push coming through from HellRaisers. So Kyrie sitting in the back by Quad there with the AWP, but Mao able to get the counter snipe onto him, evening it up. And a 3-on-3 here is still trying to work with that AWP. A Dren gets taken out though. Doja with a nice shot. I thought he'd grab both of them, but Mao actually got the second one onto Flippin. So now it is all on Musam Bani in a 1 versus 2 here. Let's see what he can do with it. He needs to find these 2 frags and the defuses. He will be coming through A main here. Should be able to get the jump on him, Mao, and he does as they pick up yet another round for HellRaisers here. That is 4 rounds in a row from them. They came out, lost the first 3 after they lost that pistol, but now have managed to grab 4 back in a row here as they've been rolling with the gun rounds, and looks like now both teams a little bit hurt on money here. Not sure, the kind of an odd buying situation.
Yeah, I was kind of the same thing. I was so confused. I was like, "This is not what HellRaisers saying. That doesn't make any sense." Then I looked, and they just had like 4 guns on the ground. They just had a gun swap there. I was equally as confused for a second there. But no, they are going to have plenty of fire. As I say, if you win 4 rounds in a row, and you don't have enough to buy anything, you're not managing your money properly. Let's see what a Dren can get done with this MAC-10 as he's pushing into checkers. Interesting, the MAC-10 buy, I'm sure, assuming that their team was going to be on a safe, assuming correctly even. He has a real chance to pick up a lot of cash. That's a good start. Let's see if he can pick up the second one as well in the site.
He's trying to grab that one there that's sitting back at headshot. That's actually flipping. Now he's on the site, and Kucher comes through to help him out. Doja able to get one over on the A site as well. So it's just Kyrie left inside of that A site. Doja will easily be able to find that frag and finish him off. So 5 in a row it is over to HellRaisers. At a 5-3 game overall here. Existence now is going to have enough money though to buy back up, so hopefully they can get something going now as they're starting to fall behind a bit, and they're actually going to be running a double AWP setup now. Do you like that on a map like Cash?
Yeah, definitely. I think Cash is a wide enough map that can totally justify a double AWP setup. There's totally spots really in everywhere on the map, A, mid, and B, where an AWP can be extremely effective. I'm just not sure. Clearly they feel confident. They feel as though if they can get 2 AWPs, they are more easily able to shut down the round. And, you can't, there's nothing you could say to, dispute the fact that that's just what they think they're going to, give them the easiest chance of winning the round. But the question is it a good financial decision? And, really probably not. But when you drop 5 rounds in a row to a team like HellRaisers, sometimes you kind of have to take those financial risks. Like, if you lose this round, it could set you back really badly. But, likewise, if you're not winning rounds, you're already setting yourself back really badly. So it's kind of a high risk play. Picking up the second op, it's a really expensive play if it doesn't work. So far, it seems to be working out really well. Both operators have gotten a pick, and I think it was a well calculated and so far well used risk.
Yeah, as Suckit, Ron, and Kyrie both have been able to pick up a frag so far in this one, giving them a 5-on-3 advantage. So certainly paying off so far for Existence on this double up buy. So we'll see if they can close out the round as an A push coming from HellRaisers here. The smokes and flashes coming through onto the site here. Suckit, Ron sitting in the back, as you can see. Kyrie able to pick up yet another one onto Kucher as they're trying to get themselves into the site. Mao strikes back with one though onto Musambani, but Suckit, Ron able to get Doja as well, and there's two ops just sitting in the site there, and that will be another one coming through from Suckit, Ron. So the ops definitely paying off there for Existence, able to shut down that A site as well as other parts of the map, and it gives Existence a round right back onto the board here, evening the playing field just a little bit, but HellRaisers still sitting with that 1-round lead.
Yeah, and also HellRaisers has the ability now to crush the money for Existence. You said the ops were paying off, and in a sense they're paying off in round wins, but they have not paid for themselves at all quite yet. I mean, what, there was 3 op frags that went out for them that round. That's $300 grand total, and they were able to recover the ops. If this round doesn't go well enough, they are both unable to get the frags and lose the ops, it might not have even paid off in the grand scheme of things. So wow, Mao, so close.
So close.
So close to hitting those wall bang shots with that stolen off. Let's see if HellRaisers can... Honestly, I think if HellRaisers wins this round, Existence is going to be in bad shape.
Yeah, and they're looking good so far, HellRaisers, on this one. They've already managed to pick up 2 frags. Doja got one heading into the A site as they had some good flashes, but a good crossfire setup as well from Existence inside of the site, able to get Doja as he came out of Squeaky. So it's a 3-on-3 now, actually, as Existence has been able to even it up a bit here, and the players seem to be rotating around to the B side, so we should be seeing a push coming through in just a second. There's only one player that's defending it right now, and that was Flippin', but Kuter able to take care of him quite easily, as now they've got themselves inside of the site. Spawn is smoked off as well, so Kyrie and Musambani have to try and find a way to get themselves into the site. Musambani trying to come in from the vent side. He is able to get Kucher, but Adren will trade with him and take him out, so now Kyrie has to come up huge. He's up in heaven, but now will be aware of his presence up there and be able to take care of him with the op. So HellRaisers getting another round back after that round loss, and they are looking at a 6-4 lead here on this first half on cash.
Yeah, 6-4 lead where Existence is going to be forced into another eco. They were pretty successful with their last, ecos / mixed buys, we'll call them. But yeah, those ops just didn't pay off long term. They needed to pick up that second round if they really wanted to start rebuilding their economy and make the ops worth their while. It was a really good plan. It just didn't pan out long term. That has got to be frustrating. But I mean, if they can pick up an eco of some kind here and kind of be very effective with these pistols, I wouldn't say all hope is lost. But this is really going to be HellRaiser's opportunity to start to tee off.
And, well, Mason comes through. He was able to get one. That was Mao, but the frag is just raining down onto the site here for HellRaisers, as it's only just Flippin' who's up right now, actually. He's over by that mid area, but Angel comes through with the SMG, easily able to take care of that frag. So, expectedly, HellRaisers grabs another one and puts it on the board here, but Existence now is going to have a little bit of money to work with, buy up some rifles, try and build their, a little bit, and they're very, very hurt after this one. If they do not win this round, they're going to have just about squat for a little while here. So the economy definitely hurting right now for Existence.
Yeah, and what they do lack in firepower with a bunch of FAMASas on their hands, they do kind of make up for it in the supplementary nades. They do have a bunch of flashes and smokes, and Musambani's in a great position with his teammates to frag, but no, got caught out with the flashes. Great awareness from HellRaisers to flash that, and wow, 4 really quick picks there. Definitely not what Existence.
Whew. Yeah, that hurts if you're Existence. I mean, they had a decent idea pushing out of the B, and they could have mowed them down, but it was just they got caught out and paid for it heavily. And now there's only one player up. It's Mason. I'm sure I gotta find him here. Yeah, he's hiding out, trying to save this M4 if he can. He sees one. Oh goodness, gets rocked by Angel back there. So that will be yet another round going over to HellRaisers. They're just rolling with it right now, looking at an 8-4 lead, and they have good economy, lots of money to work with, and Existence still hurting here. So not looking too good for Existence here. HellRaisers definitely been playing pretty solid so far on this T side.
Yeah, this was the kind of stranglehold that I thought HellRaisers would be able to put on throughout this game, but actually I even thought they'd be able to put it on early. I was really impressed when the Existence was able to work them pretty hard on the the 3 pistol rounds, but once HellRaisers just got rifles in their hands, it became too difficult to stop. They've just been doing a really good job of both outshooting the Existence players to start the round, and once they get those picks, they do a good job of pretty much working wherever they want to up the map. They started working highway a little bit early on their first rifle round and haven't really needed to since. They've been able to kind of work their way through the mains of each bomb site and still win rounds, but it really just goes to show the options that HellRaiser has if they so choose to use them. They just haven't needed to yet.
As we see HellRaisers coming through, looking for another A-side push here. They've got 3 players in through main already. 1 out Squeaky as well. Doja getting that 2 entry frags, actually going for a 3rd. They're able to grab that one onto Suck It Ron, and that will be the bomb down here as Mao puts that onto the A-site, and only 2 players left up, Flippin and Kyrie, and Adren able to take care of Kyrie easily inside of mid, and it's just Flippin who's left in spawn, actually able to pick up one onto Doja here, but he's got 3 guys running at him from all sides here, so not going to have a good time with that as HellRaiser is able to just throw all that much more money into their bank. More money, more rounds on the board, looking at 9-4 right now. Existence buying up once again here as they finally have the money to do so, but still, once again, they're in that situation. They need to win this round here. I mean, they got to start putting some rounds up on the board, and this is the time that you have to do it, because if they don't now, they're just going to be way too behind on the money. We're getting close to the end of the half. It's just, you know, it's go time for them right now.
Yeah, and if you think, oh, wow, Kyrie actually got that frag. He was so blind. Didn't think he would. But, yeah, if you think, you know, HellRaisers is looking good now, you can't imagine they're going to slow down on the CT side of the map. That just wouldn't make sense. And really, their spam, I don't think they've gotten any crazy spams quite yet, but they've been super close. Doja, once again, spamming almost exactly on where the X-Raid player is. I never want to recommend a team just gets really loose with it, but perhaps it's time for Existence to get a little bit aggressive. I actually kind of like that play from Musa and Bonnie getting up there to try to challenge a player who is boosting. Yep. They were doing so well getting into unlikely positions and attacking the HellRaiser players from the back and side, and now that they're trying to just take them head on and beat them in straight up gunfights, they've been unsuccessful. Doja's about to hit this Molly, flash him out. Easiest kill of his life, and
yeah,
they need to do a little bit more just to catch these HellRaisers players off guard, because if you let HellRaisers play at their own pace, they're just going to do stuff like that. They're just going to maul you out, flush you out, frag you easily, or just come out in a sight and beat you in a straight up aim battle.
Yeah, that's the thing. Existence has just been doing the same thing that they've been doing all along. Yeah, and it's not working for them, obviously. They just keep doing the same thing here. I mean, Suck It Ron able to come back with one. Mason getting one as well, so there we go. Existence getting the frags onto the A site to come back with a round here. They must have hurt us, but, I mean, there they go. They get a round on the board here, finally, and, you know, they kind of had been seeming to do the same thing, and as you said, just try and take on these, you know, these gun battles that they just have not been winning against HellRaisers, and that time, I mean, it worked out for them. They you know, able to win the round there, but they certainly need to start stringing these last few rounds together to at least give them some sort of a chance heading into the second half.
Yeah, and
oh
right into smoke, not
what
a care
shot
in the world. Yeah, going into this last round, it is a super important one for Exist to win. As you said, score-wise, they, you know, definitely need...
Oh my goodness! Kyrie through the wall inside of Squeaky, got himself out of there just barely, and pops his head off. Well, it wasn't his head.
Just 3 kills and 3 great shots so far.
Man, what a way to start finishing off the half. My goodness. First a frag through the smoke, one through the wall inside of Squeaky, nice wall bang, and one more off frag to boot, but Mason coming through, taking down Angel, who was sitting in the A main here, so it's a 3-on-3 as HellRaisers getting themselves in the site. Musa and Bonnie getting caught on the ladders. Adren was able to take care of that, but Mason exchanging out that frag as well, so 2-on-2, HellRaisers trying to get into this A site. There's a player right inside of Squeaky. It's Mason able to pick up one, gets the second one as well, and that will be at least a round win there for Existence to end out the half, make things a little bit easier for themselves heading onto the T side. But still, regardless here, later, we're looking at a 9-6 lead for HellRaisers moving on to their CT side.
Yeah, definitely very HellRaisers favored so far. But, you know, kudos to Existence. I kind of, right as we were hitting our most negative about their play is when they turned it on the hardest. So I like to see that they're not rolling over. After they kind of was round 9 where they did the 1 round win and then lose, and they had their economy crushed. Like I feel like that's when a lot of teams start to get annoyed. They start to crumble. Yeah, maybe they're not, they don't lose all their skill, but that's when the communication starts to break down a little bit. I like to see that. I mean, I guess that's maybe just a North American thing, but these European teams have the discipline to keep it together and say, like that didn't work out, but these last 2 rounds we're gonna win out. We're gonna use our good pop flashes. Kill those guys A main, a good-looking last round, as you said, kind of hiding in an unconventional spot there on the other side of a smoke, but not quite in Squeaky. Just some creative play from them. So they're absolutely not out of this by any stretch of the imagination, but HellRaisers moving into CT side, got to imagine that's going to favor them, and they had a really good-looking T side, and now they can kind of put the onus on Existence to make some big plays when they can just sit back and do what was working for them and just shoot.
Yeah, exactly. That's literally all they need to be doing here. I mean, they've been winning a lot of the gun battles so far in this game. So, as you said, it's just kind of chill in the sight and just start popping off heads once they walk in. So, definitely favored for HellRaisers, but as you said, not out of it yet. Existence, it can certainly come back. We've seen many crazier things happen in Counter-Strike over the years. So here we go, heading into our second half here. HellRaisers leading 9-6 on Existence. This is map 1 of 2 maps. Our second map will be Overpass once we head on over to that. So HellRaisers, we'll see if they can keep the momentum rolling that they've had. But Existence actually came back with a few rounds to end off the half. So Mason starting it off actually with that Tech 9, able to pick up onto Kucher as well as Mao, and Flippin takes out Doja as well. So a great start from Existence here as they try to get themselves into this A site. Adren had struck back onto Mason to take him out, but regardless, we're looking at a 4-on-2 here. Bomb down on this A site. Adren and Angel both trying to come in from Highway. They do get a good flash out onto the site. Flippin' though, working with that Glock, able to take down Angel. Now looking at a 1-on-4 for Adren. Not going to happen. Flippin' picks up a second one there. So that is the pistol round. Once again over to Existence as they picked up both pistol rounds here, actually, on this first map.
Yeah, I was actually going to say, they only won 3 of the 12 rifle rounds in the first half, but pistol rounds make up for a lot of the game. 6 rounds grand total that you can pick up off them. It's super important. And the fact that Existence has been able to pick up not only the first one to set themselves off right in the beginning of the game, but the second one to kind of keep the momentum up. They had started accruing towards the end of the second half. Really big here. They just need to avoid getting eco'd. Dear God, do they need to avoid getting eco'd.
Yeah, this is very crucial for Existence right now to come through and win this round, as Musambani getting aggressive into mid does take down Mao, who was hiding behind sandbags. So they've given themselves at least a 1-player advantage here to start off this round, as Musambani still wandering around in mid. They seem like they want to work themselves over to this B site, and that is what they are going to be doing, as you have Angel and Doja over on this B side, and Angel's kind of lurking around, but still the B push should be coming through here in just a second. We have 1 minute left.
Oh, they all left the site.
Oh, goodness. And oh no, now they're just getting free entrance here basically onto the site. Nobody was sitting in there, and now not really any gunfights happening as nobody's on the site. Mason able to easily come in here, plant this bomb, and now the retake's going to have to try and happen for them. I don't see it happening though. Actually, Adren's coming through, able to pick up 2 at least, and a falling player, Doja, raining from the sky here out of heaven. So it's a 1 versus 2 now. Existence looking good on this round, as Kucher only has 20 health left, and he just runs himself away from the site here, as he was not much of a chance of winning that one. So that'll be another round win for Existence. They avoid getting eco'd. Thank God for them. They avoid getting eco'd, and that will be 9-8 here in just a second. Still HellRaisers with that 1-round lead, but Existence doing what they needed to do on the pistol and the round after to get themselves closer to back into this game.
Yeah, and I like that move from Kucher, knowing that, as you said, he had no shot of pretty much winning that. That was a nearly impossible 1-on-2 to win, especially without a kit. But also, he's holding on to a 5.7 and armor. I mean, that's kind of all. You only need 1 player in the right position with the right secondary pistol.
Oh yeah.
Put up around, throw some armor on him, a helmet even in case he gets dinked by, the ump or something like that. And obviously, he's not going to be able to withstand an AK dink, but sometimes just one guy with a 5.7 is all you need if you can place him properly, and actually going to be run boosting him over up to what we call over here the shroud spot. Not really sure if any terrorists are going to be going his way, but he is going to be in a potentially devastating spot if they do. Doja getting caught out as well, getting a little bit over aggressive. That push actually might draw them over towards A, because they might think they're man down over there.
Oh yeah.
Kucher just needs to stay hidden. Someone might try to spot out his feet here.
Their existence getting ready to
They
come
don't even have
through.
a flash. They need something, a flash or something.
Yeah.
They don't have it.
Now they're able to take down Kucher, who's sitting up there, and Musambani getting one onto a Dren as well. There's still one more player inside of the site. That's Mal, but Musambani able to take care of that easily. So Existence getting themselves back into the game here. They've tied it up. We're looking at 9-9 overall scoreline here. HellRaisers now are going to get themselves into their gun round here. Buy up, and we have Mal working with that op on this round. No head armor for any of the players here over on HellRaisers. So we'll see what they can do here. See if they can get themselves another round on the board here, as they have lost a couple in a row after that pistol.
Yeah, and this is kind of so far I guess a recreation of the first half.
Yep.
Existence really well, doing really well with the pistols and the anti-eco rounds, but the real question is, how are they going to do? Wow, they're just going right out into A. They're not throwing any smoke. They're waiting until they get out there before they're throwing their nades. Oh no, actually HellRaisers coming out on top of it. I'm really surprised by that round. I don't really even know what to say. They just ran right out. It was crazy. Even the HellRaisers players weren't ready for it. I guess that could have been really successful because none of the HellRaisers players clearly weren't ready for it, but Existence kind of had to do that stop and then throw the nades move once they were already with no cover in the site.
Yeah.
Didn't work out, I think, as they had planned, but I kind of like that they're mixing up there. I think they had done really well with the aggressive play style on their own CT side, and so why not, try to reappropriate it for your own terrorist side?
Yeah, it was a good idea in theory. It was just they didn't really find the entry frags.
It was
either,
weird.
Yeah, it was definitely wacky. It caught them off guard, but just couldn't quite find those entry frags and whatnot that they needed. And HellRaisers just mowed through them as they came through. Once they realized what was going on, just mowed through them onto the site. So a decent idea, but just couldn't quite execute for Existence. So that makes it a 10-9 game here for HellRaisers. We'll see what Existence decides to do here with this round. They have lots of nades flying out into mid right now, Molly, as well as some smoke, so maybe some sort of push to come through from mid here, but Doja will be trying to contest it here, getting a lot of good shots into the players who are entering mid, and maybe a B push could be coming here. They got a couple players inside of the vents, I believe, so we might be seeing something on this B side, as Mason's actually already on checkers, but Mal is sitting in the back of site. He did have an op. He was able to get one, but now they're frags exchanging all over the site, and actually Kucher, who's all the way over on A side, was able to pick up on a player from Existence, and now there's one more left inside of mid. Kucher able to get that one as well. It was Musambani who was carrying the bomb, but once again, good holds coming through from HellRaisers, and that will make it 11-9 here.
Yeah, Auto Director totally screwed me there. I was super pumped to see what Doja was going to do, pushing in through that smoke. CT so well placed, moving in to replace where Mao had just died with the op, and just switched to Kucher at the last second. You got a fine looking kill, but I really wanted to see what Doja was going to do over there. I really like that move. I mean, it wasn't intentional, obviously, but HellRaisers showed a mostly empty site, and at the last second just snuck Doja in at the right time with the right protection for him to pick up that 2K. With that, HellRaisers continues to show their dominance with non-pistols in their hands. And this round, so far, no different as they look to extend their lead by another round.
And they tried kind of pinching into this B site here, not really working out for them. Obviously, they don't have the firepower. Doja picks up with 2 frags there right at the end with the USP. They tried kind of pinching that B site there, sending some guys through the vents and a couple through main, but just no firepower for Existence, really, with the weapons that they had. Now they buy up with AKs, though, as it's 12-9, starting to become crunch time for them to string some rounds together, and this would be a good time for them to start doing it. They will have pretty much no money after this round if they don't win it, so a big round win here is certainly crucial for Existence at this point.
Yeah, the things they can lean on, though, the fact they're going to be collecting bonus money if they do lose, and the fact that it's just pretty cheap to be a terrorist in this game. I mean, $3,700 gets you an AK-47 and full armor, and while I definitely wouldn't advise anyone to not buy any nades, you could totally get by with just an AK and armor if you position yourself right, but they're just going to crack the B bomb site right open, and flipping in mid can cause some trouble if he doesn't get caught off guard by Kucher right here. They both seem to know that someone else is in the area.
Oh yes, as they still have Flippin actually able to get a Dren, and Kucher, who is sitting out in mid, actually by the fence, able to get one. He's spamming that box. I think he's aware maybe that Mason's back there, or he's just spamming it, thinking about mollying it out, but he's not going to. Mao is working on this backside of the site. What a shot through the wall there from Mao. Able to take down Mason, searching for a second one inside of sight as well as he takes down Suck It Ron. Two great entry frags for him there, eventually getting taken out by Musambani, who finds two of his own, takes out Mao and Kucher. Almost great there. Getting themselves back in the sight, Mao with his op, but eventually in the end their existence just a little bit too strong. Had a good setup onto the site, so they get around back on the board for themselves, helping out their economy here, and Kyrie will buy up with an op here, be able to get an op for this round, as well as we're looking at a 12-10 game for HellRaisers. Existence still keeping themselves in it here.
Definitely, but they are running the risk of kind of finding themselves in a position like they did in the first half, where if they lose this round, their economy might be in shambles. Still, though, I really want to highlight how impressive these spams have been pretty much across the board. Even the ones that have missed have been so unbelievably close, and it was so clear how impressive the communication was there between the HellRaisers. But I mean, there was the guy in vent saying like, "Hey, I think there might be a guy back behind the box. I'm not really sure. I don't really want to waste my molly. Maybe someone go spam it." And then one shot, bang, right in the back of the head.
Oh, yeah.
Just really, really great play right there. Let's see if Adren can get a frag here. He does just go one for one. That's not terrible.
Yeah, not bad. He did get the one eventually taken out by Flippin. Kyrie able to get one with the op as well, so that's working for him so far. But Musambani in sight is going to get this bomb down on A, and now HellRaisers have to try and get in for the retake here. Angel and Doja both trying to come in from highway side, and Mason is actually sitting out in mid, but Doja able to take care of that quite easily. There were two players there. Kyrie coming through, Flippin getting one, as well as he's standing on the backside here of sight, able to get the second frag as well onto Doja, and that will put them within one round here of HellRaisers. Did a good job getting into the A site and holding it off once they got in there. Kyrie doing some good work with the op as well, alongside of Flippin with that AK. So 12-11 here, Existence within one.
Yeah, and HellRaisers kind of on a weird by themselves now. Kind of role reversal here. 3 rifles going on. The other players with just pistols in their hands. He said before, it can be really effective if you can use your pistols effectively, set them up to start an engagement, draw the terrorists in, and let the rifles finish the job once you've kind of done the whole bait and switch maneuver. Or, I mean, Angel, you give him a pistol, he could totally just frag with it. Maybe just get out there and let him ace.
Yeah.
And that's a little tougher to do with just a pistol in your hand, but not outside of the realm of possibilities. Existence wins this round. Not only they can tie the score up, but they'll have really found some financial stability and be in a great position to continue to work to upset HellRaisers. I mean, I knew this was going to be a relatively even game. I thought the odds were a little blown out of proportion, but I was pretty confident that HellRaisers was still going to be able to handily bring this one home. So the fact that Existence has been able to continuously keep this game close on HellRaisers' map choice, no less, seems to be really, really important and I think so far impressive.
Yeah, they've certainly been holding their own against HellRaisers, who certainly looked as if they should have been able to take this game somewhat easily, but Existence starting off this round here able to take out a Dren, so that is going to be a one-player advantage for them as they try and push into this A site. The Molly's coming through right now, is going to land right on Kucher's feet, do a lot of damage to him. He's still eating that Molly, and he's able to take down Suck It Ron, but he took a lot of damage in the process, so now evened up at 4-on-4. Actually takes a touchdown nade there as well, so he will fall. Kucher does, and now Musambani getting himself into the site, takes down Mao, and Kyrie coming through with that op as well to take out Doja. Bomb going down onto the site here. Angel has to, while not really going to be able to come up big here, as he doesn't have any firepower really to work with. Just a 5-7, might be able to catch one off guard here. Does, as he takes down Mason, wants to go and grab that AK as well and try and run away with that, but surely we'll have some players coming after him to try and hunt him down. So we'll see if he can get away with it, but nonetheless, Existence is going to come out with a round win right here and tie things up.
Yeah, this is Flippin. Looks like he might be the player to engage here. Looking around everywhere. Really wants to make sure he doesn't get caught off guard, and Angel has to hear him.
Oh, man.
Frag. Man, as soon as Angel got that 5-7 frag on the unsuspecting player in the mid garage, you can instantly see the yellow dots on the radar just to swarm away from the A-bomb site and just rush towards that position. Unfortunate that couldn't get the AK out of his hands, but I mean, got to imagine they are way happier letting them get away with an AK-47 than they are around.
Yeah, certainly. And now we are tied up. Speaking of rounds, and HellRaisers doesn't really have much of anything to work with as far as weaponry goes. Their economy is kind of hurting for this round here, and Existence looking good with the weapons that they have. Kyrie still working with that op, who's been really good for Existence so far today, sitting at the top for them on the scoreboard, and has been doing quite well with the op so far. So definitely going to be looking to Kyrie to open up some bomb sites potentially and help Existence work in here. But I mean, they don't. Not that HellRaisers really has the weaponry to hold off a push much from Existence here, or but in theory shouldn't really be able to hold off much of a push from Existence. But we'll see what they decide to do here with this round. They've got 3 or 4 sitting inside of mid. Existence does, and so far not too much action happening of it, though. They're just going straight up mid. Actually, they've gone all the way through the mid main here. Doja, yeah, Doja sitting inside of Spawn there, does pick up one frag there,
and force the TK, I think.
Yeah, Flippin did get the TK, and that will be a 3-on-3 here. So HellRaisers actually keeping themselves into this round here so far, as the bomb is going to be over on that B side. Kyrie should be able to get this frag, takes out Kucher, but might get caught out here in just a second. Took some damage, but Sucketron does put it down onto that site, having a battle now with Angel, who is sitting over at checkers now. So we're looking at oh my goodness, a 2 versus 2. HellRaiser, or Adren comes through, able to take down Sucketron, but there it is. That's Flippin, who holds off that bomb site, taking out Adren as well as Angel in a pretty tight round there. HellRaisers almost had a pretty solid eco, but in the end, Existence comes out with a round win. We're looking at 13-12 overall, though HellRaisers comes out with a gun round here. Mal's going to be working with that op once again, but after this, their economy is going to be hurting quite a lot if they can't win this round.
Yeah, there's a lot riding on this one. I really like that read from Hell. I mean, putting Doja in CT spawn right there to catch the crossfire is really unbelievably good read and good reaction to what Existence was throwing out on the round earlier. It's the kind of thing where they could probably never would have been in those positions if they had rifles in their hands. But, you take something a little better than just a P250 in Doja's hands, and he could probably pick up 3-4 if players just are unsuspecting, not looking at him at all. So, unfortunate weapon to have in his hands, but, that's just the reality of eco rounds. Kyrie now trying to recreate the magic.
He did get one shot on the Kucher, actually. Yeah,
oh, wow,
yeah.
Who was it who hit that wallbang before through the wall? I think it might have been him.
I believe it was, if I remember correctly. Yeah, he's been on point with some of that spam there. A lot of these guys have been, but he was able to hit that one kind of a leg shot through the wall on the Kucher. And he's already got him down to 54 health, so...
He probably doesn't even know it.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy how that kind of works out, but we see Existence now actually heading over to the B side. They've got pretty much everybody lined up there except for one player still kind of lurking around over at A, but the push should be coming through here in just a second. Flashes have come down onto the site, but they've pretty much just walked themselves in here as Musa and Bonnie searching for a frag here inside of the site. We'll see Doja on the backside, who is pretty blind, picks up onto Adren as well, as he just barrel stuffed him, and Mason comes through, able to take down Angel as well. So Kucher strikes back with 1. We're looking at a 3 versus 2 in favor of Existence, and the bomb has gone down as well. So now we'll see what HellRaisers can do on this retake here. They have Mal and Kucher. Oh, are they not going for it?
Want it. I mean, I guess they could try to go for the super long rotate where they burn 35 seconds just trying to get to the bomb. But I mean, you got to imagine if they're going to stay this far back, they're just not going for it.
Oh, do you? I mean, at this point in the game, do you like that decision to run away with the weapons, or?
I mean, it's obviously not a decision that they are happy with. They're not making this decision because they think. They think they need to. This isn't like, we're not going to win this one. We'll let this one rock. I mean, they're now down 2 rounds. They kind of need the 5. If they don't win this next round, they would be, or Existence would have the 15th round, be forcing match point on, once again, what is not their own map pick. So, it's not a good position to find yourselves in if you're HellRaisers, but it's just the reality. You have to do it. You need as much firepower as you can just to deny Existence the 15th round. But if they lose this one, not only are they giving the Existence the 15th round, but they also have no cash to deal with the ensuing round. So high risk, high reward play. So far so good as Mal gets that first pick. It's working out, but still high risk, high reward.
Yeah, this is a pretty pivotal round here for HellRaisers. They need this one. Kyrie, though, lurking all the way back, far back towards the spawn side, was looking at B main, was able to get Angel as they had a couple of players from HellRaisers kind of pushed up, seeing if they could search somebody out quickly and find a frag, but now we're evened up at a 4-on-4 here as the bomb lurking a bit towards the B side for Existence right now, and we'll see. Doja should be able to catch one off guard. That's Musa and Bonnie, who is the bomb carrier, so they are aware of where the bomb is at now. And Dren's pushed out as well, able to pick up 2 with his M4, taking out Kyrie and Mason, but Suckit Ron does come back, able to take out Doja with an exchange frag, but he needs to find 3 more players if he wants to win this round, as it is a 1 versus 3. He's working on a 1-on-4 in total. He's got to find Kucher, Adren, and Mao so far here to finish off this round. He's got the bomb as well, but only 35 seconds is going to be quite tough. Does see him in mid here. Kucher sees him trying to get the shots off to him. They're having a spray down, but Kucher does eventually finish him off. So HellRaisers keeping themselves alive here. They've brought themselves within 1. We're looking at 14-3. Existence still in the lead, but that was a very crucial round for HellRaisers to win pretty much this map, almost depending on it, to say it frankly, and they did win it, which they very much needed to do. So 14-3, it is Existence in the lead here by 1 round.
And Existence is still going to have enough to fully buy up and... Sorry, excuse me, I did not mean to hold on the hockey to cough there. But as we said, HellRaisers clearly made the right decision in saving on that round. It was going to be a round that was impossible for them to have saved. And with those rifles, they were able to turn it into a round win there. So it seems like they made the right decision. It's just one of those moves that, hindsight is 20. However it works out determines, how people view the move. But I thought it was a smart move, and clearly it worked out for them. So good on them. Now 4-on-4 in this round with Existence taking quite a bit of damage earlier on. So HellRaisers not only has an opportunity to tie up the game, but to potentially eco Existence and with that maybe squeak out a win here. But we're really coming down to the wire. I didn't think the game was going to be this close.
Yeah, certainly. It is a very, very tight game here. HellRaisers still down this 1 round, though. We'll see if they can get themselves back into it here. Not too much action so far in this round other than Mason and Angel going down. So taking a bit of damage is Kyrie as well. And Mao is a good look on A main here, able to get Suckit Ron. So helping HellRaisers out even just a little bit more here. We're looking at 4-on-3 though. Musa and Bonnie wants to make a play with his team onto this B site, though. Adren is ready for him over at B main, able to take down Flippin', and Doja sitting on the backside over by Headshot, able to pick up 2 to finish off the round, giving HellRaisers another round there, and they've tied things up 14-14, and this is a pretty big round as well here on both sides. So Existence not going to have too much money. They just need to buy up with their Tech 9 head armor here and kind of hope for the best. Certainly a doable round for them, though. It's going to be tough with HellRaisers' firepower that they have here. All of them have M4s, and of course Mao still working with that AWP.
Yeah, we also have, we've seen some more or less successful eco rounds, but we haven't seen a successful eco round quite yet. And if Existence can pull one out right now, I can't think of a more clutch time, but they're going to have to try to get past these A players in Adren and Kucher. That's going to be tough, but it looks like they're going for it. They're flashing right out. They're out. Adren, I don't even know what he saw there.
Oh, Kucher able to pick up 2 so far on this side, going for more with his 5-7, picking up 3. Mao getting 1 as well with his 5-7, and that should end it right there, though. Mason strikes back with 1. He should be going down here shortly, only 11 health. Actually able to pick up 2 with his Tech 9, but that should surely do it there. Mao comes over top of the bomb site, able to finish him off, and HellRaisers, who were in a bit of a hole there for a while, have managed to scrounge back to a 15-4 lead right now in a very tight game. All they need is 1 more here, though. Existence has the opportunity, although albeit it'll be very, very tough as they don't have really any weaponry at all. Mason with the best gun out there, and that's just a Galil for Existence. So very, very tough situation they're in, but a must-win to try and send it into overtime.
Yeah, the phrase "better late than never" springing to my mind immediately for HellRaisers. Yeah, I'm sure they didn't want to cut it this close, but in Counter-Strike, the score doesn't matter. It's who wins. I guess it does for like overtime and keeping score, things like that. But Doge.
Oh goodness!
I guess that wasn't spammable. He was so close to hitting that player in the head. Actually, the B take is going to be on. These 2 players are going to be really hard pressed to come away with this one. Mason getting the first frag. Doja super blind in the back. Let's see if he can get a second one. Kyrie pushing right up on him with the Tech 9. That's a frag. He's going to get it up. I think we're going to be going to overtime here.
I think so, as now you're going to have a look on top of the site. Kyrie takes down Kucher as he had a good look on top of the site with that op that he picked up after he got one of those entry frags. So it's a 2-on-5 now. Bomb is down there, looking in good position here. Existence is to win this round and send it in overtime. Coming around the corner as Mason takes out Mal. Now it's all up to Adren, but it's not going to happen. Suck it, Ron finishes off the round, and Existence, by some miracle, sends it into overtime here. They were looking very hurt on firepower and everything, but they got great entry frags going into that B site and evens up the scoreline here at 15-15 and sends it into overtime. And I'm sure that HellRaisers has got to be a bit frustrated now at this point.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it actually has to be very frustrating for them. The main thing that they have to look forward to is that they have come out on the majority of rifle rounds. I mean, when you think about it, Existence won both pistol rounds and picked up 6 grand total off that, whereas all of HellRaisers rounds have come off of rifle rounds, essentially. So, going into MR3 10K overtime, you got to imagine that still favors HellRaisers in a way, because they are going to be fully geared up every time. And
yep.
Statistically, they've been coming out on top more often on those rounds. But recently, it's been Existence who's been stepping up when they need to. So really, nothing is set in stone at this point. They're going right into it. They're wasting no time to get into this, and Mao also similarly wasting no time on the first restart. No, and not even waiting for the third restart. He wants that off ASAP.
Yeah, he's ready to wreak some havoc. That man, he's been pretty good with it so far today. He also leads his team in points and almost in frags as well. He's sitting at 23-18 right now. Doja leads their team and the server in frags, sitting at 25-20. So we'll see what he can do with the op. And of course, Kyrie, who's also been very solid with the op so far in this game. Yeah, certainly is also going to be up on that as well to make for one very, very good op battle. So here we are. We're heading into overtime here as Existence has given HellRaisers a good, should I say, or dare I say, a hell of a run for their money so far in this game here, as we are heading into some very, very solid overtime here. So far, Existence leading a bit. Actually, they're kind of spread out throughout the map right now, not really leaning towards any side. They've got the bomb sitting at main, maybe searching for some sort of an entry frag potentially, or opening pick to work one of the sites, but not really seeing much of anything. Now I think they're moving over towards this B side.
Yeah, I'm curious though. They made so much noise over at the A bomb site and continue to make so much noise over in the squeak area. Just as you said, trying to find an entry frag, spamming through a bunch of stuff. Now that things have gone a little silent over there with Flippin moving away, does that indicate to HellRaisers that, hey, that was very clearly a fake? They have Adren pushing up on the flank. He's getting a ton of information. He sees there's no one A at all. He's going to be on a crazy flank.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, he's able to get Flip in there, as now we're down to about 25 seconds on the round here. HellRaisers has a one-player advantage here, but Existence deciding to just push into the site. They know there may be a player in behind them. Mal is able to get one, but Mason comes back with a nice headshot as well to take out Kucher, and Doja able to get Kyrie as well. So it is just Mason who is left alive here. Hasn't even been able to get into the bomb site. Not looking too good for him. Missed that first shot onto the player over at headshot, and then will eventually get taken out by Doja. So the first round of overtime heading on over to HellRaisers there. I'm looking at 16-15 overall.
Starting things off right. This round is of the utmost importance to Existence. Not only do they, I think, need to pick up as many T-side rounds as they can in overtime, but if they don't win this one, they are going to be on some kind of force buy. And I think they were able to actually push this game to overtime with some weird eco buying, but I would really be surprised if HellRaisers lets that slip once again. This is a really important round for Existence. I think if Existence can win this, they have, I think, a really good shot of staying in this game and putting up a huge hold on CT side, but they might be giving HellRaisers a little too much traction here. But actually, with Doja in the site alone, no support, maybe not. If they can overwhelm him sooner rather than later, they might be able to take this round.
Oh, Angel inside of Vents, able to get Mason, and might be searching for some more here now, but Amali comes through. He has to back off as he was already very hurt. So had to leave Vents there because of that, Molly. But Existence still looking to come into this B site here. They haven't really been given the opportunity yet, and lots of rotates are coming around as well. And HellRaisers are just going to mow them down here. Doja getting two, Kucher able to get one as well, and it is just Flippin who's inside of Checkers right now. He's able to come back with two of his own with the AK, but now he needs to find 3 frags. He does pick up this bomb here. Yeah, he's checking to make sure that maybe things are all right before he gets his bomb down, but he's not feeling comfortable with it. He's going to push the spawn side, able to land a great shot onto Angel there. He's still searching for 2 more here. Looks up into heaven, but Mao will be waiting there with the AWP to finish him off. So HellRaisers now have won 2 of these overtime rounds, both of them. And now sitting at 17-15, last round of this kind of first half of the overtime here, and Existence would love to come back with 1 round here to give themselves better position, better tracking heading into the second half.
Definitely. They're actually surprisingly not nearly as broke as they thought they would. I feel like for the most part, when you see MR3 overtimes, you see if a team loses 2 rounds, or the first 2, they tend to save, but they're actually going to be really strapped up with them AKs. So they're totally not out of this round by any stretch of the imagination. I was kind of hoping for a better 1v3 play right there. I guess maybe not a better. The fact that they were able to afford rifles, I guess, kind of nullifies my point. But I was hoping that he would get a bomb plant just to stuff the pockets with a little bit of supplementary nades. I mean, even at this point in the round, no frags, no real engagements. Actually, Mao is about to pick up a frag, maybe even 2 here. Does make it 2. And they have no nades. They have, like, a flash to work with at this point. I don't see it happening, and Mao just continues to tee off. Let's see if he can pick up an ace here.
He could come very close to it. Gets the 4th one, searching for the 5th, though. He just misses that last shot. Flippin' able to end his killing spree, and they were just feeding Mao there for a while as they were just running through A main 1 at a time, giving him an opportunity to just take them out 1 by 1, and pretty much led to their demise here. Unless Flippin can land some excellent headshots here to finish off the round. This should be a HellRaisers victory here. Flippin's actually very hurt. Could catch Doja off guard, which he does, and now it is just a 1 versus 1. But Angel is inside of the site, and I don't think Flippin knows about it. Angel should be able to take care of this nice and easy, and he does. Almost a round win there from Existence, but that will be the first half of overtime there. HellRaisers taking all 3 sides over on that CT side. Last round, much credit to Mao there, who was just rocking with the AWP, picked up a 4K, so 18-15 as we head into our second half of overtime. HellRaisers looking much better in the overtime scenario there than they had kind of towards the latter half of our second half there.
Yeah, definitely. Perhaps Existence pushing them to overtime kind of was like a, like a kick in the pants, like a slap to return to reality and say, hey, we're HellRaisers. We think we're the, I guess everyone thinks they're the better team. But, we feel we're confident in ourselves that we could do this. We are the better team. We can now show it. And it seems like that's what they have absolutely been able to do. Question is, can they now beat the CT line of Existence? They had a really good track record in the first half, beating the CT setup, but that was a long time ago at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what they can do. It's certainly go time for them at this point. They need to win some rounds or they're going to be out of this one. So some players from HellRaisers already in towards A main. Angel just sprang him down. Oh, he came close to a second one. Second Ron is very, very hurt there. Angel able to get 1, and Flippin does strike back with
still spamming. You almost killed him again.
Oh, and they have Doja sitting over at Squeaky as well to pinch him in there. So Suck It Ron going down as well, and not looking too good off the start of this round for Existence here, but still in it as now they're starting to come into sight. Kyrie shutting down 1, getting 2 with his AWP here, searching for the 3rd. Mao is going to be looking for him as he's still sitting over at A main, but Kyrie doing a good job of shutting down the push as now it's a 3-on-2 in favor of Existence. And Musambani sitting on top of the rafters there over on that A site. Adren working himself around towards Squeaky with that bomb in hand. A good flash coming out from his teammate, which was Mao, able to take out Musambani here. So they're going to be looking to Kyrie once again here to help hold off this A site as HellRaisers trying to get themselves in. But the smokes are going to be a bit too much for Kyrie to work with. Might be able to catch Adren as they come around the corner here. But looking up top, not seeing anything there as well. 25 seconds left on the round here as Flippin starts to get aggressive with the M4 in towards the bomb site, seeing what he can find, getting the spam out, but no frags coming through as of yet. They're just kind of having a standoff here on the A bomb site. Mao comes through, able to take down Kyrie. Now it's all up to Flippin to find the last 2. Catches Mao in the back here now in a 1 versus 1. Both players very hurt here, so it could be anybody's round at this point, and it's just going to be who peaks at the right time. Does get a defuse off, and Flippin takes down Adren. It does win the round for Existence here. Will come through with a defuse in a very, very tight one for Existence, but they keep themselves in it with that round win there, and that will be 18-16. He does pick up an AWP as well for his teammates. So, whew, goodness, a tight one. Got me out of breath, but nonetheless, Existence keeping themselves in the game.
Yeah, this has just been a really great game so far, and it's part of the series as well. We are not even done after this one. This is just map one, and Existence did a really good job of battling back once again from a kind of a disadvantageous state that they were in, getting spammed down early on. Not only losing a player to spam, but actually having more players take a bunch of damage as well. Existence off to a great start this round. If they can continue to deny HellRaisers' entry into the B bomb site and force them away and really mess up their strat, they might be able to continue to find some additional picks here. Looks like HellRaisers is not going to be broke next round if they lose this round, but still, got to imagine it's going to eat at them if they can't pick up this one.
Yeah, it's Existence already doing solid so far in this round. They found two, now a third actually, but HellRaisers coming back with a couple of their own onto Mason as well as a few other players though. Suck and Ron able to get Doja, who was out trying to come up highway. Ooh, excuse me, and now Mao is in a 1-on-3 though. If he was the guy you wanted to, never mind. Suck and Ron just pops his head off with that off as he was sitting back by the quad box there on the A site and gives Existence another round here. So they could potentially send this into double overtime here. Existence, this is probably the most important round in this match that we have seen so far. It's pretty much win or lose this map here for Existence, trying to send it into a double overtime. So very, very nail-biter situation here if you're Existence.
Yeah, now foregoing a rifle this round, just gonna have a Tech 9 in his hands, but I guess to hopefully balance that out, Angel rocking the AWP. Musambani forced out of vents as a molly is thrown at his feet, and as you said, this is just such an important round for Existence. Really similar to kind of that 15-14, that the situation that we're in not so long ago. If they can come out and win this one and send it to double overtime and continue to start on the CT side going into double overtime, that would be really, really, really good for them. But Toja not wanting that to happen, catching a frag through the squeaky door, an open squeaky door. The spam kill. Man, we've seen some great spam all game.
Oh, we certainly have. It's been unreal. And Kyrie, they're striking back with one onto Kucher, who is inside of mid. So Angel might be able to catch Kyrie, and he does. A great shot there. He was ready for him over on that truck side. So now it is going to be a 4-on-3 as they try to get into this A site. Suck it, Ron sitting back here. He has an open hand, gets flashed, and Mao pops his head off with that Tech 9. So now it's a 2-on-4, and here comes Adren. He takes down Flippin as well. So Musambani has to go huge here, though he has the weaponry, and the players on HellRaisers are all quite hurt right now. All he needs to do is pretty much one-shot all of them, except for Doja. So it's a very doable clutch for him here, and the one player hasn't even rotated around yet. If he can get into sight and find these frags here quickly, no, but Mao, shuts him down inside of the site with the AWP and just couldn't quite get it there. Existence, it was a very tight game, but HellRaisers eventually coming out on top here, 19-7, probably much closer than HellRaisers may have wanted it to go,
Definitely.
But in the end, they do come out with a map win there. So we'll see how this kind of plays into our next map here, which will be Overpass.
Yeah, and there's nothing comforting about a loss, but for Existence, they have to keep in mind that that was HellRaiser's map pick. Now they're going into the map that Existence has deemed they are more comfortable in and that they will have the advantage in. Now, with that, they are going to potentially be, I assume, be giving HellRaisers the CT side of the map, assuming HellRaisers wants the CT side of the map, which I think most teams want. But, I mean, if they were able to work HellRaisers down so close, so narrowly... oh, my game crashed. Thank you, Counter-Strike. Yeah, even though... what was I saying? Yeah, even though they were able to work it down so close, even though they didn't come up with the win, they have to be feeling at least a little bit confident going into map 2 where, you know, the win is now out of the question, but... you know, at this point, you can push. You're still earning points with a push, going 1-1 with the team, and also at this point, I feel like the spike kind of starts to set in. It's like, well, you know, if we're not going to win, let's make sure they don't win. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let's push. Screw them. What do we owe them? And now moving into our own map, I think Existence is going to be able to put up a really good show here. Yeah, cut that one really close.
Yeah, oh man, I hope this map is just as good as that one was, because that was a lot of fun to watch. So we've been having some good Counter-Strike here so far today, guys. We are heading into our second map. I believe we're going to take just a real quick break, allow us to kind of go to the bathroom, get drinks, do what we need to do, let you guys do the same. So we will be back here in just a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Map 2 of HellRaisers and Existence coming to you here on Play CEVO on MLG TV in just a couple of minutes.